It's CCSD Today with your host, Erica Taylor. This week, we talk to E.B. Ellington principal and breast cancer survivor, Karen Hollenshed Brown. Then, we learn all about the dance program with dance teacher Kimberly Majeski. And we have an exclusive talk with E.B. Ellington 5th grade teacher, Samantha Blake. CCSD Today starts right now.
Welcome to another edition of CCSD Today. I'm your host, Erica Taylor, and we're standing in the foyer of E.B. Ellington Elementary School. During today's show, we're going to learn all about E.B. Ellington, but most importantly, during this Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we're going to have a sit-down with Principal Ms. Brown, who's going to share her story with us and how she survived. You're watching CCSD Today, and we'll be right back.
I'm Jenna Dewan Tatum.
I'm Julia Ormond.
I'm Machen Amick.
And I'm Rachel Boston.
Every 2 minutes, a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer.
Breast cancer will claim over 39,000 lives this year. But that won't be me.
Or me. I won't let that be me.
The end of breast cancer starts with me.
And you.
And you.
And you.
Go to mylifetime.com to get informed and involved.
Brought to you by Cruise Chevy. You've got a friend in the car business.
And welcome back, everyone, to CCSD Today. I'm Everett Sherman. Well, as you all know, the month of October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and we're proud to be joined by the president of E.B. Ellington Elementary School, Karen Hollenshed Brown, entering her 20th year as principal here. But more importantly, Karen, you're a breast cancer survivor. First of all, thanks for joining us on the show.
Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to have you in the home of the Eagles. Yes, I am a survivor. I was diagnosed with breast cancer about 19 years ago, and it was a unfortunate task that I had to go through, but in order to be here today, I had to go through the struggles of going through chemo and radiation.
Talk about that initial thought when you first hear the words, you have cancer.
The first thought is a very scary thought. It happened to me at what I call at an early age, and I wasn't aware of breast cancer. Although I was having regular mammograms, it was shocking when I found a lump myself and was diagnosed with cancer.
Now, talk about, you talk about the self-examination. Talk about the importance of getting your monthly, or excuse me, I should say your annual checkups, because I believe a lot of times early detection is very key and possibly not letting it get further to the point to where you have to have, obviously, it removed.
That is correct. Early detection is the key to prevention. In addition to having the mammograms, the yearly mammograms, it's important for all women to do a self-exam every month. Although I did the mammogram, I caught this one myself by doing the self-examination. So it's important for all women to do both.
I know it wasn't a very pleasant experience going through the chemo and all to get to where you are today, but if you could kind of give us just a synopsis, a summary of what it was like day in and day out having to deal with this awful disease.
It was a struggle, but I had the support of my family, friends, and of course my co-workers. It was a struggle going through chemo. It was something that I did every 3 weeks, and those who have gone through chemo know that once you start feeling a little bit better and feeling a little bit normal, it's time for another treatment. So I had my treatment scheduled for Friday afternoon, and I would leave school on Fridays and go for my treatments, and then I would return to work on Tuesday morning.
I know a lot of ladies that are dealing with this issue, and sometimes you're right, the chemo, it absolutely wears you out. Like I mentioned, you're in your 20th year as a principal, so clearly you didn't stop working. I mean, you worked through this whole ordeal. What was that like?
I worked through the chemo process, and like you said, it wears you out. And having a good support staff, having a good family to support me, and co-workers who were there to fill in the gaps when I was not able to do it, made the experience much more bearable.
You talk about support staff. Whenever you're in a situation like this, it's very vital to have that support staff to kind of give you that and push. For the ladies and men as well out here watching the show today, talk about just the importance of, even if you don't have it, helping support someone who does, and just the difference that it makes to someone going through this battle.
It makes a big difference. When you go through something like this and you're afraid, of course, it's always good to talk with someone who has walked the walk before you. And that's one of my goals, to help others who find out that they are a victim of this disease to give them the support that someone has given to me.
And you talk about giving back, and you in a principal role in terms of giving back to the little kids that obviously look up to Miss Brown. What are some of the things, groups that you're involved with, or that someone who may be going through this could possibly get involved with to help either lend a hand, or if they're in the situation, go to get some help if they don't already have that support staff?
Well, the main thing is awareness, and this is what this month is all about, making sure that the public is aware to do the self-checks, to do the mammograms, and to go to different locations to get information. When I was diagnosed with the disease, the internet was not popular. Now you can go on the internet and research a lot of information. But my goal as an educator is to educate, and I see myself as a leader here in the building to help share what I know about breast cancer with our students. This is Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Every morning during the morning announcements, we light the pink candle of hope. And that candle of hope, and I do it with the assistance of a student from a homeroom, and we recognize those who have fought the battle, those who are currently fighting the battle, and to remember those who have lost the battle. You being a principal at an elementary school, talk about the discussion that you have, because it's kind of ironic. I actually had this conversation with my daughter who's 6 today about just breast cancer, and she was like, well, Dad, can men get breast cancer and all? Talk about how you have to, quote unquote, I guess, dummy it down for someone who is maybe in kindergarten or first grade to know what breast cancer is. I think the first step, because I am in an elementary school and we do have students as young as 4 years old, is to make them aware. Pink is a popular color this month, and we let the children know that during the month you're going to see pink everywhere. You're going to see it on the football field, you're going to see women wearing pink, and this is why they're wearing pink, to let people know to be aware of the disease and things that they can do to combat the disease. Well, it's just a pleasure to always still have you here. Karen, you're doing a great job here. Again, in your 20th year as the principal here at E.B. Ellington School, and all that you've done for this community, this school, and just the awareness that you bring about this subject. It's just greatly appreciated. I know the school district had a big rally, and I think Dr. McGinley asked anybody who's been affected or has this illness to stand up, and at the end seems like everyone was standing. So it's good to know you're not in this by yourself. We appreciate you taking some time and joining us here on the show, and best of luck to you. All right, thank you for having me here today. It's been my pleasure. All right, we're not done with you yet. Now I'm done. We're going to take a break, and when we come back, Erica Taylor will join us again here on CCSD today. And well, Ms. Brown, you're going to walk around the school and kind of just talk and show off all the great things going on here at E.B. Ellington Elementary. All right, you're watching CCSD today. We'll be right back.
I'm Jenna Dewan Tatum.
I'm Julia Ormond.
I'm Machen Amick. And I'm Rachel Boston.
Every 2 minutes, a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer.
Breast cancer will claim over 39,000 lives this year, but that won't be me. Or me.
I won't let that be me.
The end of breast cancer starts with me.
And you.
And you. And you. Go to mylifetime.com to get informed and involved.
Brought to you by Cruise Subaru of Charleston. You've got a friend in the car business.
The law firm of Young Clement Rivers has been serving the Charleston Lowcountry since 1968. All of the lawyers of Young Clement Rivers are proud to be partners with the Charleston County School District. We're convinced that the hard work of the school district employees and staff prepares our young people to face the challenges of the future. We look forward to continuing our partnership and in helping the school district to meet its standard of excellence.
Welcome back to CCSD Today. I'm your host, Erica Taylor, and we are still here with Ms. Brown at E.B. Ellington Elementary School. Ms. Brown, this is a beautiful facility. When I drove up, I was in awe driving off of the road. Tell us a little bit about how long you've been here and some of the great things going on at Ellington.
Good afternoon. Thanks for coming to Ellington,
Yes,
and
ma'am.
welcome to our facility.
Thank you.
This building has been here 3 years. We started our third year here in September. The highlights of this building, we are the newest school in District 23, newest elementary school in District 23, and our building consists of a media center, 2 full computer labs, an art room and a science room, and a multi-purpose room, things that we did not have at our old site. So we're very happy and very fortunate to be in this building.
And I know the students and their parents are excited as well.
The students and parents are very excited. They love the technology that's throughout the building, and they just enjoy the facilities.
Well, let's talk about Ellington. It's an art-infused elementary school. Share with the viewers what that means and what you're doing.
Yes, we are arts-infused school. We're just getting off the ground with that particular initiative. Our students are exposed to drama and dance every day. And also, in addition to that, students have the opportunity to learn how to play the piano, the guitar, and the drums. We have a schedule where those things are built into the schedule and every child participates. And while some of these students are participating in one of those activities, it gives the teacher an opportunity to do small group remediation. So the teachers are doing remediation and the kids are learning about art.
That's awesome. Well, are there any specific initiatives besides your arts-infused curriculum that you want to share with our viewers?
In addition to implementing the Common Core, which is the big thing now, we are known as a bridge school.
Right.
And that's a new initiative for Charleston County, and we're very fortunate to be a part of one of the schools that will participate in Bridge. And what Bridge is about learning, growing, and the teachers receiving compensation. We do have a full-time professional development coordinator who's in the building with me 5 days a week, and she's working with our staff to make sure that they learn. And when they're learning, of course, they're growing, and when they're growing, it spills over into the classroom and our students achieve. And when our students achieve, our teachers have an opportunity to get additional compensation.
Wow, that's awesome. Now, I know in the next few days, report cards or interim reports are going to be coming out soon.
The next few days, report cards will be coming out, and we're asking parents to please keep an eye out for report cards. Review your child's report cards, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call or call the teacher. We're also asking parents, in addition to reviewing report cards, to please make sure that you read with your child every night. Have your child read to you, or you read to your child, because 15 minutes each night makes a big difference.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ms. Brown, for being with us here today at CCSD. And to reiterate what she says, please, parents, read with your children. 15 minutes does make a difference. I'm Erica Taylor. You're watching CCSD Today. We'll be right back.
Some problems are tough. Reaching your customers shouldn't be. Blue Wave and Comcast have the creative edge to make you stand out from the crowd and connect with your customers. Whether you need a commercial for television, video for your website, or a custom-made website, we are the easy solution for every advertising problem.
I'm Jenna Dewan Tatum.
I'm Julia Ormond.
I'm Machen Amick. And I'm Rachel Boston.
Every 2 minutes, a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer.
Breast cancer will claim over 39,000 lives this year, but that won't be me or me.
I won't let that be me.
The end of breast cancer starts with me.
And you.
And you. And you. Go to mylifetime.com to get informed and involved.
Brought to you by Palmetto Exterminators, family owned and operated since 1960.
Welcome back to CCSD Today. I'm your host, Erica Taylor, and we are in E.B. Ellington's dance studio with our dance instructor, Miss Majeski. Welcome to the show, Miss Majeski. How are you?
Good. Thanks for having me. It's great to be here.
Well, thank you so much. Now tell us about the dance program at E.B. Ellington.
I started 3 years ago is when the dance program started, when I moved here, and it is CD, which is our 4-year-olds, all the way through 6th grade. And everybody comes in and dances for half the year, and then they switch and they go to drama for the other half.
So all students here at the school take dance?
Yes, ma'am.
Boys and girls?
Boys, girls, doesn't matter age, doesn't matter gender, everybody takes dance.
So tell us, how do you incorporate dance for boys? I mean, we saw a little bit a while ago some of your dancers giving us a show, if you will. How do you incorporate dance into your curriculum?
I make sure that it's gender friendly. I don't do anything too girly. I make sure the boys will still enjoy it. We do sometimes sports related themes. I'll pull in stuff that they're studying in the classroom, so it could be science, and sometimes boys are really into science just as girls.
Right.
So we'll do some science things, math things, try to do it so that everybody will enjoy it.
And I'm sure you have to be very creative. Now, you were telling me when we were talking a little bit that you do some cross-curriculum with dance. So it's just not always dance. You teach, English and math. So talk a little bit about that.
Right, I do a little of the normal dance, the ballet, tap, jazz, and modern.
Okay.
And then they do, right now, 5th and 6th graders are doing the Lion King. So they're going to talk about how to construct costumes, how to make a dance.
Wow.
Then we'll study different characters, we'll read it, so they'll have to take that stuff from a book.
Right.
And then they'll also watch a little bit of the movie and form their own dance, form their own costumes, and then perform it in front of each other.
Oh, that's awesome.
And then 4th grade is doing Charlotte's Web, so we're going to talk about spelling, we're going to talk about words, we're going to talk about how you put it all together and actually spell the words, and then we'll spell it with yarn, we'll spell it with their bodies.
That's awesome.
And just kind of take it from there.
And why is that important to you?
It's very, very important to me. I struggled growing up with reading and writing and was very shy, so dance was my outlet. Wow. I learned through dance, and so it's just been really close to my heart to get kids moving and get them enjoying things and not realizing you could be horrible at math, but maybe if we approached it from a different angle, that you could be amazing in it.
That's awesome. Now, I'll tell you, dance is near and dear to my heart, too, because I danced ballet through college. So I clearly understand how important it is. And I know you talked about spelling words with their bodies, so I guess you teach them about some physiology about their bodies and their and stretches and that sort of thing. Talk a little bit about that.
Yes, kindergarten and 1st grade actually does a huge unit on the body. We talk about the body parts, what they do, what's important about the body parts. We talk about healthy eating, which is very important, healthy lifestyles, sleeping, not watching too much TV, not watching video games, being active. They actually label. One of their favorite exercises is I let them label my body. So they get Post-it notes and they'll just stick it all over. They get to rearrange it, they draw and trace themselves, and then they color different body parts. Wow. We talk about the heart, why it's important. We talk about the brain. So why it's just important for dance, but why it's important for football, why is it important for anything else that you do.
Wow. So as we talk about dance, which is your expertise, I know that you are training and practicing and getting ready for a recital.
December 11th is a performance that we're having here at EB Ellington, and it's called Winter Wonderland. So there'll be people dancing, there'll be poems, there'll be singing, there'll be artwork, and it's everything based on Winter Wonderland.
Wow, very exciting. And I know you talked about costumes too. Tell us about that.
Yes, the costumes, I haven't quite decided 100%, but one group is doing snowflakes, so I'm pretty sure you're going to be in all white. So second grade will be making hats, and so they're going to pull it into the math curriculum. And then also first grade are going to be like the snow cleaners. Wow. So they're going to have brooms and kind of clean the snow and pick it up and move it. So they're going to have brooms and shovels and stuff. So costumes are anything I can find at Goodwill, anything I can make, anything the principal can help me do. We can sew, stuff like that. So it's use whatever I can.
Wow. Well, I mean, this is so exciting for me because we didn't have a dance class. When I was coming up, I had to take private lessons. But, I mean, for students, all students at the school to be able to participate in this very important activity, which I think is phenomenal, and you are to be commended. Now, Ms. Majeski, I know you're in need of items for costumes so that you can prepare them for your performance. So if someone's watching the show today, what can they do to help?
They can donate fabric, ribbon, brooms. We're desperate need of brooms, shovels, any kind of arts and crafts, or anybody that sews and might have a random piece of fabric left over. Okay. Anything like that would be amazing.
And where can they bring that to?
If they can bring it to EB Ellington,
okay,
and just drop it off in the office.
Great. Is there anything else you want our viewers to know about dance at EB Ellington?
Thanks. It's just, we always have fun, we always have a good time, and they just learn so much. It always amazes me how much they learn, how much they grow as a person. They can come in very shy, and their self-esteem just goes through the roof. We perform in front of each other. They're always performing. They're always learning. They're always growing. And it's amazing to me to talk to different teachers, and they're like, oh, this child is such a problem. And I'm like, I never have a problem with that child. Wow. So it's really nice to see them just grow and be amazing people.
That's awesome. Ms. Majeski, thank you for all that you do for the students at CCSD, the students at Ellington. You're watching CCSD today, and we'll be back with more about EB Ellington when we return.
The law firm of Young Clement Rivers has been serving the Charleston Low Country since 1968. All of the lawyers of Young Clement Rivers are proud to be partners with the Charleston County School District. We are convinced that the hard work of the school district employees and staff prepares our young people to face the challenges of the future. We look forward to continuing our partnership and in helping the school district to meet its standard of excellence.
Here's a question for you. What does this look like? It may look like a blank screen, but it's really an opportunity for you to reach your customers. With a great television commercial, video for your website, or website design, Comcast and Blue Wave Productions can create the right message to get you noticed. Call today and take the opportunity to make your business stand out from the crowd.
I'm Jenna Dewan Tatum.
I'm Julia Ormond.
I'm Machen Amick. And I'm Rachel Boston.
Every 2 minutes, a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer.
Breast cancer will claim over 39,000 lives this year, but that won't be me or me.
I won't let that be me.
The end of breast cancer starts with me.
And you.
And you.
And you.
Go to mylifetime.com to get informed and involved.
Locally sponsored by Ford. Ford is in the race for the cure.
The law firm of Young Clement Rivers has been serving the Charleston Low Country since 1968. All of the lawyers of Young Clement Rivers are proud to be partners with the Charleston County School District. We are convinced that the hard work of the school district employees and staff prepares our young people to face the challenges of the future. We look forward to continuing our partnership and in helping the school district to meet its standard of excellence.
Welcome back to CCSD Today, and we're still here at Ellington learning all about the great things that are going on here at this fabulous school. And joining me now is Ms. Blake, who is a language arts and social studies teacher. Welcome to the show, Ms. Blake.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here.
Great. Now, I know that I've been told that you're the person who can tell us all about how arts and the curriculum works together. So tell us a little bit about this school and why infusing arts into the curriculum is so important.
Well, here at Ellington, we are an arts-infused school, and we like to infuse the arts within our curriculum because it gives our students another way to interact with the curriculum. It also gives them a way to express themselves other than just through paper and pen activities.
So give me some examples of that.
Okay, well, one great thing going on here at Ellington is our AEIOU grant. This grant is infusing arts, visual arts, music, and drama through the reading program. Currently, we're working on a unit where students are doing theater exercises to help them with their creative writing.
Wow. Now, we're standing in front of this bulletin board. It's Reconstructing the U.S. So tell me a little bit about this.
So because of that arts grant, it kind of bled over into our social studies and other topics of learning, and one of those is social studies. And we were learning about Reconstruction of the United States after the Civil War, and students did self-selected projects. They were able to choose from 5 different options. Some of them chose creative writing, and they did diaries of what it was like to be a freed slave and how their life changed after Reconstruction and the passing of the amendments. Some students did advertisements for the Freedmen's Bureau and all of the wonderful opportunities that they offered for the freedmen. Some students did political posters to represent a particular view during Reconstruction. Some students wrote their own raps and performed those for us about the amendments. And so this was just an opportunity for them to show, instead of just taking a test, they were able to show creatively what they learned about Reconstruction.
This is fantastic. Now, I know you were sharing with me that last year you had a similar project, but it incorporated music and dance. Tell us about that.
Yes, last year during our social studies and reading time, we were studying the Civil Rights Movement, and we selected, instead of reading about the civil rights in our social studies books or through journals, we chose songs from the 60s, such as Bob Marley's Get Up, Stand Up, James Brown, I'm Black and I'm Proud, and students were actually able to analyze those lyrics during the reading class, learn reading comprehension, talk about how that related to the Civil Rights Movement, how important that music was at that time period, and then during their dance class they were able to create interpretive dances and perform those for an audience at the end of the unit.
How exciting. I mean, it must be so exciting for you. I mean, I'm looking at how creative this is. I mean, a student and a parent actually, burned pages to replicate what this journal probably looked like being prepared by a slave. This is so exciting to me. Is there anything else you want to share with our viewers who are watching?
Well, we here at Ellington really value the arts, and we think that it's so important because, as we all know, that to learn, we must do more than just read about it and talk about it.
Absolutely.
And this gives them a chance to really live it and experience it for themselves, and not only learn from me, but learn from each other.
How awesome. Well, Ms. Blake, thank you so much for joining us here today on CCSD Today. You're watching, and we'll be right back.
I'm Jenna Dewan Tatum.
I'm Julia Ormond.
I'm Machen Amick. And I'm Rachel Boston.
Every 2 minutes, a woman is diagnosed with breast cancer.
Breast cancer will claim over 39,000 lives this year, but that won't be me or me.
I won't let that be me.
The end of breast cancer starts with me.
And you.
And you.
And you.
Go to mylifetime.com to get informed and involved.
Brought to you by Cruise Chevy. You've got a friend in the car business.
So there you have it. What an awesome show. You learned so much about E.B. Ellington, what it has to offer. And if you're a parent who are watching and you're looking for a school, an arts-infused curriculum for your child, consider E.B. Ellington Elementary School. But if you want to learn about all of the district schools, you can visit our website, www.ccsdschools.com. You've watched another edition of CCSD Today. It's been great having you, and we'll see you next week.